Yeah, they got it bumping.
Leg drop, boot to the face, we won't fold. Quick to put a dude in this place, he out cold. With a tombstone, grapple the waist, get laid flat. Can't escape, nowhere to go, the cage match. It's on now, when I spot him, it's no problem. Everybody stone cold till they hit with the rock bottom. Sharpshooter, I won't miss him like Bret Hart. Like Al Snow, they gon' need him a head start. I just might catch a better body than Mickey James. Get acquainted with the name, we bringin' the pain. Like Kane in the ring, all I see is red. Paul Era, Undertaker, I can see the dead. John Cena putting hands in your face. Ted DiBiase, keep a milli on the waist. B2TF, better stay in your place.
Welcome to the latest episode of Boot to the Face here on YouTube, live for the first time in forever on a Sunday morning, getting you ready for football and talking all of your pro wrestling. I'm Chris Rucker along with my co-host EJ Reed. EJ, how you doing?
What's up, man? I'm doing fine. I'm happy to be here on a lovely Sunday morning. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Little hungover.
What you get into last night?
Our neighbors had a Halloween party last night, so we went over to that and stayed out, late for me. It was like midnight when we came back over, but yeah, drank probably way too much.
How close were they?
Close? What do you mean?
Like, from where you stay at, where was the Halloween party?
Oh, right next door.
Oh, so
like our literal neighbors, yeah.
Oh, well, shit. I mean, midnight is late for me nowadays, but all you had to do is walk right back across the wherever way they were at.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't
far.
It's just I drank too much and stayed out a little too late. Got up this morning, went to the gym, and now here we are.
Was it a costume party?
Yeah. And it was like last minute, so I just dressed up as Dak Prescott. I got a helmet and
You just threw on a jersey and called it a costume?
I didn't just throw on a jersey. I wore white leggings that I wear under my gym clothes. So it was like a real football uniform.
Where'd you get a helmet from?
I've always had a helmet. I have a replica helmet. I put a visor on that motherfucker and everything. It was in my office at my old house. And I had it like out on display on top of I have a DeMarco Murray autographed football that I won from DallasCowboys.com on like a Twitter thing. And I had them right next to each other. So I just...
I mean, y'all the same complexion, so pulled it off.
What's that? And then my girlfriend went as hers like doubled because it could have been Wendy from Wendy's, but she said she was not Little Red Riding Hood. Who's the other one?
Maybe Longstocking.
No, there's another one. Goldilocks. She was Goldilocks.
Oh, Goldilocks.
Or she looked like a beer winch. So like her outfit was doubled. Yeah. There were some funny costumes there. One guy was Kermit the Frog and his girlfriend was Miss Piggy. Our neighbor was a slug. His girlfriend was a slug, and she had like a snail trail that followed behind her, which is kind of gross.
Snail trail.
It was material. It wasn't actually. But yeah, it was a good time, man. It was fun.
What all you drink there? You got a good old whiskey.
We were drinking rum and Coke, and then we were drinking Sam Adams Jacko beer, the pumpkin beer that I like. I got a 6-pack of that. And so we were drinking that, and then they were passing stuff out. Somebody brought out some fucking kombucha with alcohol in it. I don't drink that though.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever had kombucha.
It's supposed to be good for your insides.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know you were a rum and Coke guy.
Yeah, that's what I drank the last time we were in Vegas. We were sitting at the bar at the D. Remember, we were going up to my room getting rum and Coke.
That was what we had? What kind of rum was it? Bacardi?
Captain Morgan.
Oh, Captain Spice rum. Okay.
Yep.
For some reason, I was thinking like Bacardi, like clear rum.
No, I can't do clear rum. I can do dark rum, and I can't do dark tequila. I can do clear tequila. Like the effects on both of them like give me a bad hangover. So,
man, I guess it depends. You ever try something like the higher end like what's it called? Is it Reposado, the gold one? Is that what I'm thinking of?
I have. I don't know. I just had bad experiences with dark tequila.
Hey, you gotta stick to what works for you.
Yeah, Blanco's my shit. Anyway, man, how was your weekend?
Man, it's pretty laid back. Next weekend I'll be going to Florida, so I'll probably have more stories. But this was a laid back weekend. Watching stuff under the TKO banner. We've been watching when they go overseas, the early start time. So they always do it in October for UFC. They'll have a pay-per-view that's over in the Middle East. So it was one of those early start time pay-per-views. So that's what I did. Your girl Mackenzie Dern was able to win the championship. So
they let her have all that cake over there. When they fight over there, do they have to dress up like the wrestling women do, or can they fight in regular clothes?
Well, they finally started letting the women fight in Saudi Arabia, but they weren't in Saudi Arabia. They were in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is pretty laid back when it comes to that. You could drink in Abu Dhabi. It's a party kind of atmosphere. So
yeah,
they dress normal. The women dress normal. Man.
Yeah, I didn't know that fight was during the daytime. I was gonna try to watch it, and I got on Instagram or Twitter, one of them, and saw she won. I was like, wait a minute, I thought that was later today. And I tried to go back and watch it on that website you gave me, but they didn't have it up yet. But yeah, congrats to her. A lot of college football going on yesterday. A lot of madness, man. I was pulling for South Carolina yesterday.
I don't even want to talk about that game. I mean, yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Texas pulled one out of their ass versus Mississippi State. They should have lost, honestly.
Vanderbilt, top 10, got a big win. College game day there, and they're able to beat Mizzou. I know a lot of Mad fans in the area. I kind of want to check the temperature. I think it's funny when the Mizzou fans lose around here.
Yeah. Well, let's talk wrestling, man. We got a lot of wrestling to talk about. We got NFL picks to go over. NXT had a pay-per-view Halloween Havoc last night. I was on the treadmill this morning, and I was watching Collision, and I come to the conclusion that Collision is just absolute ass.
I actually enjoy Collision because it kind of gives me Thunder Saturday night WCW vibes. Like, you can find some hidden treasure, some hidden gems. And it's like they use like the middle part of their show to showcase the younger talent that might not be able to get on the Dynamite. And then they always have like a solid main event. So I dig it. And then recently they've been having more storyline stuff that you got to actually pay attention to.
To me, it felt like watching it, like if you like wrestling, like if you're just here to see wrestling, Collision's the shit. But I like stories. But like, what was her name? Alizé and Nixon Newell rode up on TJ. That was the most awkward fucking interaction I'd ever seen. It's like, they know they can go back and redo these, right? They're pre-taped. Like, if it's that bad, why not just go back and do it again instead of putting that shit on TV?
You read my mind, not about the awkwardness, but I was actually going to bring that up. I didn't put it on our rundown. Like, your girl Tegan Knox is in the company.
Is she all elite, like full time, or was that just a?
I don't know. They've been like weirdly rolling out like these, like the releases that they had back in spring, like awkwardly rolling them out. Like you said, her, and then you had what's the tag team, the gymnastics they had. She had against Mercedes. It was her, Casey Catanzaro.
Oh yeah.
Her partner. They kind of weirdly rolled her out, and Isla Dawn, she's been kind of just like lingering. So like they've been like slowly rolling out these girls, but not like saying they're all elite. It's weird rollout, isn't it?
I think it's kind of back to how it was when AEW first started, where like they're letting people get on TV, and if they make an impression, they sign them. But I guess they're not making an impression, so they're just. But I think Lacey Lane, isn't she in ROH?
Yeah, I think her and Isla Dawn is actually signed to RH. I don't know about Lacey Lane. I mean, with this new tag team division, they need bodies, so why not sign these girls? Yeah. I would sign them. And then where's Dakota Kai at? Why don't you pick her up too? Everybody
was expecting her to be the one to challenge Mercedes, but I don't think she's posted anything on social media. At least I don't know if I follow her that closely, but our boy JP in the Discord, he would know better than me. But I don't know. She's just kind of radio silent. It seems like hadn't really heard much from her since she left.
Oh. Yeah, like you said, they could reshoot it. I got to go back and watch it. I didn't think it was that awkward, but I'll take your word for it.
And speaking of people leaving and signing with AEW, what's the deal with Andrade? He was on TV, then he was off. Now I'm hearing that he might have to sit out a year. He's got a year no compete clause or something like that.
Yeah, it was awkward, and like the story kind of picked up steam like right after our last show. You know, we were on the Wednesday before last, and then we switched to Sunday, so kind of some stuff happened. And says that the reports are that he really did have a no compete, and I guess AEW's lawyers didn't look at the paperwork right because apparently because he got fired for cause, it's more than a 90-day. It's like a year, which seems kind of harsh. But they're saying he can compete like in Japan and Mexico. He just can't compete
in America
on U.S. soil.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're AEW's legal team, how do you like miss that? You just ask them like, "Hey, can you work?" You're like, "Oh, I don't have a 90." You just take his word for it. Like, looking at the paperwork.
See. Yeah, that's. And I don't know what he got fired for. I didn't know he got fired. I thought he just left.
They're saying it was a wellness violation and whatnot.
Oh, Andrade on the gas, or was he getting high?
Probably the latter.
Yeah.
I heard he likes to party. Probably some booger sugar or.
Adrian Ruiz in the chat. What up, homie? It's been a minute.
What's up?
I can't believe AEW really signed somebody that was under a non-compete clause and then put him on TV. Can't WWE sue them for that? If they wanted to be super petty, which they usually are.
Yeah, if they wanted to, I think they could, but they just sent a cease and desist. Would Drake say, a cease and desist is for hoes? Yeah, they just send a cease and desist. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But, you know, at the end of the day, I think they got, like you said, AEW got what they wanted to accomplish, like the shock of somebody jumping over so fast. It already happened, so what can you do now? You can't go back and, like,
might as well leave him alone, let him be on TV, but WWE ain't trying to hear that shit.
Yeah, so I just thought it was awkward, but hey, yeah. I guess you got to sit back and go to CMLL and chill until it's time for you to come back.
Let's stick with AEW for a minute. Their women's tournament kicks off this weekend.
Yeah.
For the women's tag titles, which I'm excited about. And honestly, like I got the bracket pulled up right here. I'm gonna go through the matchups. Mm-hmm. Besides one matchup, I really don't know who's gonna win these matches. The only one I know for a fact isn't gonna win is Windsor and Riho. I don't think there's a way in hell they're gonna beat Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa. But you got Amanada and Hayter taking on the Sisters of Sin. That's a good one. Like, I have no idea who to pick in that. Same side of the bracket, you got Willow and Harley versus Monet and Athena. More than likely, Monet and Athena are going to win, but it's awkward putting them two together because do you really want either one of them taking a pinfall? Then on the other side, you got TJ versus Bane and Ford, which is another fucking pick 'em. Like, I could see both of them. Honestly, of all the teams, those are my top two teams that I would want to win the titles. And then, like I said, you got Tony and Mina versus Windsor and Riho. What do you think about the tournament bracket? Like, who's matching up with each other? And let's just go ahead and make a pick who we think's going to win it all.
So, what I need to know is when are the finals happening? Because it depends when the finals are happening. If they say the finals are happening at Full Gear, then they kind of already giving up what's going to happen. They're going to basically say that Mercedes isn't going to the finals because she's got a title match at Full Gear. So I'm kind of curious when the finals are going to happen. Unless, like, you know, it's AEW, so they might just have her do double duty or something like that. But I don't know when the finals are going to happen. So that kind of, you know,
I thought the finals were at Full Gear.
Did they officially announce that? I didn't see that. But even with that being said, even if I don't know where the finals are, I'm going to say that they are going to want somebody with an established name to jumpstart these titles, which I kind of don't agree with that. I would like to see somebody like Ty J, like you said, Megan Bain, and Penelope Ford win it, but I'm gonna go off and say that they have Tony and Mina kick this off and be the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions.
Sorry, I'm trying to kick somebody out of the chat that's being racist.
Really?
Yeah.
They're dropping N-bombs?
Yeah. It's just some loser got a Chris Benoit fucking
Scram. Get a life.
Right. Like, who does that?
You think we're gonna cry?
Like, just want attention, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, my pick to win. I think I'm gonna go with Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford.
So you don't even think Tony is gonna go to the finals in this, huh?
No, and I think it'll come down to either the Sisters of Sin or Jamie Hayter and Amanada versus Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne. I would love for TJ to win it, but I feel like Sky Blue and Anna Jay both need a title. Like, they've both been there from almost from day one. They both improved big time. I want both of them to get a title, but I just think Penelope Ford and not Anna Jay, Megan Bayne as heels would be a good first champion to have.
I wouldn't be mad at that, but I'm glad you brought Anna Jay up. Seems like she's gonna be like a pillar of this tag team division, but I think that would be a good name to dethrone Mercedes, because we were talking about like it probably should be a baby face. Like Sky Blue would be like in that role, but she's a heel right now. I think Anna Jay is like the baby face version of the Sky Blue, not like in character, but like on the same level. Like been there for a while and could use a title. She could be the one that takes it off Mercedes, but I really don't know how they're gonna have Mercedes like lose all of these titles eventually. But she's up to 13 or something like that.
Yeah, I think what's gonna happen is when she wins the AEW Women's title, she's just gonna forfeit all those belts. Which sucks for those companies. If she's not going back and defending the belts for those companies, she just won them and took them. But I mean, most indie wrestling companies do like one, maybe 2 shows a month. So it shouldn't be that hard for her to defend them. But she's got so many now. Like, that's a lot of fucking work she's doing. I think she wins the women's title at Full Gear, and then she'll probably just be like, "Look, I'm the TBS and the women's champion of AEW. Like, I don't have time for all these."
Somebody that had a good idea, I can't remember if it's Good Karma Wrestling or the Masked Man show, they were saying that her and Statlander could be like a title for all the titles, like every title on the line for the AEW's women's title. And if Statlander won, she could like be like the person that releases all the title, like frees all the titles and like vacates them back to their rightful owner or rightful independent promotions. I don't think that would be that bad of an idea either.
Yeah, I just think Mercedes should just win the belt and just forfeit them and return all the belts to them. That's the same thing, really, what I'm saying. But
character-wise, is that like in her nature? She wants all the belts. She doesn't care about your indie promotion getting your belt back.
Either way, you'd have to have her lose. Either lose 12 times or lose once to Statlander. And you don't really want Mercedes to lose again. She's about to lose in the tag title tournament. Unless they fucking give her that belt. Imagine she's the TBS women's champion, the tag champion, and the women's champ. Holy shit, the internet would fucking lose their shit. I'd love every minute of it, too, because I'm a big Mercedes fan.
That would be diabolical.
Fucking Tony, like, do it.
What if they had like her be like a bum, like almost like a bum Corbin type character? She like went on this losing streak and finally dropped all the titles, and then she built herself up to finally win the AEW Women. She loses the stat at Full Gear, but then she loses all these belts. It's like a downfall, and then she finally builds herself up, maybe Revolution, to finally get over the hump.
Nah, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see her lose that much.
I mean, we won't be seeing it. We don't watch those indie promotions.
She's too good to be losing that much. She can't be losing the fucking Bertha Faye, who fucking drives a truck during the week. And she turns around and beats Mercedes Moné in a fucking title match at a local indie show. Like, she can't be doing that.
Well, I guess that's why we watch. It's gonna be interesting to see how they do it, but I'm curious. Have my eyes peeled on it.
So who'd you pick for the women's tournament?
I picked Tony and Mina to be the inaugural champion.
I think what I don't like is I love Queen Amanada and I love Jamie Hayter. I love Tony Storm and I love Mina. I love Mercedes and Athena. Like, those are probably 6 of my favorite women's wrestlers in the company. AEW's got a lot of women's wrestlers that I like, but I don't want singles people to just be thrown together just because it's a tournament for the tag titles and beat teams like TJ and the Sisters of Sin and Megan Bayne and Penelope. These people that are actually teams. I want a real team to win.
Well, Mina and Tony they've been tagging up on and off the past year, and they got a name. I can't remember what they call them now, like the lover something. I gotta go back.
Wouldn't they have been better off putting Thunder with Tony and had Thunder Tits?
That would have been good too. I think she's injured though.
Is she hurt again? Damn, that sucks.
Open. Yeah. And where's Deanna and Taya? They're like a legit tag team.
Taya just got her ass kicked by that chick that wants Mercedes.
Olympia.
Yeah.
That woman's built. Is she like a bodybuilder?
I would imagine. Yeah.
Jeez, that one was a brick house. But
I was watching that shit at the gym on the treadmill, and I was like, I need to lift more.
Jeez, but yeah, they're kicking it off this Wednesday though, right?
Yep. This Wednesday starts the AEW Women's Tag Team title tournament. I'm excited for it. Okay. I don't know if I told you or not. They're coming to. I know I told you they're coming to Atlanta. I do have tickets that I got. We got really good seats, and for some reason they were really cheap compared to. We were going to get the seats that we had last time, and we were like the first row behind the guys on the floor. So we were kind of elevated, but not really. But they came and fought right in front of us and shit. Those are like $150 each. They weren't that much last time we went. But some kind of way we got front row in the corner, and we're the only 2 seats there, me and Joey. There's only 2 seats there, and behind that it's 3. It kind of like goes up like that. And they were fucking $40 each for those seats. So I don't know if the fucking boom mic camera's going to be in the way or what, but they were pretty cheap seats. But if it is, then I'll just move and go somewhere else because I doubt the place will be completely packed.
Yeah. Speaking of tickets, I got lower level. Like I was on like 10th row, lower level for less than $100 at Wrestledream. So, hey man,
did you wait till the week of, or you got it early?
I got it the day of. I got it the day of. So it was a good bargain. And like we said, man, that's the way. If you want to pick up steam and try to catch WWE a little bit, you keep selling the tickets for cheaper, and you can actually bring your family. Even though some of the stuff that they were doing on the main event, it was a lot of discourse online that maybe kids shouldn't be watching.
If you take your kids to an AEW pay-per-view, that's your problem. Now, Dynamite or a Collision taping, that type of shit doesn't really happen that much. Like, that's more family-friendly. But if you take your kids that are young and susceptible to violence and you don't want them to see that kind of shit, that's your fault. Like, you know what an AEW pay-per-view is going to bring. Fucking violence. Like, we putting a bag on niggas' head over in AEW. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't no wrestling shit. We trying to kill motherfuckers over here.
I don't know, Ruck. I don't want to make this a political thing or race thing, but I don't know how you grew up, but I grew up, I've watched a lot of Van Damme movies, shooting up and stuff, and played GTA. My parents know if I knew if I did that stuff, my parents would beat my ass if I tried that stuff at home. So
exactly. Although I did used to put my brother in the Scorpion Deathlock and shit like that all the time, like. But I wouldn't hit the motherfucker with a chair upside the head. There was limits to what you could do to your brother and your siblings.
Yeah, we used to wrestle backyard too and do stuff, but like we knew not to take that stuff to the extreme. So if your kids are taking that stuff to the extreme, doing stuff like that, then that's a parenting problem. You need an ass whooping.
But I could see, like, you take your kid to a wrestling show and you don't know, and they're like, yeah, I want to go see AEW. You take them to Wrestledream, and all of a sudden, two dudes are trying to kill each other, like waterboarding. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? This is a rated R movie. All of a sudden, I brought my kid here, and y'all trying to drown the motherfucker.
It was the last match if people were watching at home, but if you bring it to the show, you're gonna stay for the whole show. But I was highly entertained by it. But I'm not a kid, like you said.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a scripted, live entertainment, and think about all the stuff in the Attitude Era they were doing, like
there were no kids.
Stuff.
You weren't taking your kids to Monday Night Raw back then, though. They were TVMA until they got to the PG era, and then they started bringing kids too. But I mean, as a parent, it's like your thing. If you take your kid to AEW, there's no judgment from me. Like, if that's how you want your kid to see shit, whatever. But don't bitch about it.
Yeah, I mean, there was a good bit of kids in the crowd. Like, in front of me, there was a whole row of like, literal, like, it was like 6 to 8 kids, and like their parents were sitting behind them, and you should have saw their reactions, like with Luchasaurus. No, who was it?
I heard Luchasaurus was over.
No, it was, yeah, he was super over. It was Claudio that threw Darby Allin over the top rope on the table. Like, they were getting a real kick out of it. So it seems like the kids were enjoying the craziness.
Darby's good for that. You can toss his little ass around.
Yeah, he's over with the kids too. Darby, like a lot of kids dressed up as Darby in the building.
I wonder how come you don't see so many people dressing up as Orange Cassidy anymore.
He just came back. He was injured. Yeah, like you said, that was like the thing to go as. You had a lot of kids dressed up as Orange Cassidy.
Yep.
He's still getting his footing underneath them, I guess. Like you said, it's not as much as it was like 2-3 years ago. Everybody had the Orange Cassidy on.
Yeah. You got anything else you want to hit on AEW before we move across the street?
Just overall, Wrestledream, it was a good time. My favorite match probably there was Takeshita and Okada versus Brodito. That match slapped.
We talked about Wrestledream last show, didn't we? I know it's been a minute.
We supposed to talk about it this past Wednesday.
Are you sure? Because I went to NWA. I thought I talked about that the last time.
Wrestledream was last weekend, and we weren't on this Wednesday.
Oh damn! I guess you're right.
Yeah, so yeah, it was a good time. Like I said, I got tickets at a pretty cheap cost. The arena was packed out, and that's one thing. Cause another thing we didn't get to talk about. I was at Dynamite in Kansas City. We didn't get to talk about that, and it was like night and day. It was a big crowd at Wrestledream. Like, it was the arena was pretty much packed. They had to account for the stage, and I like the stage too. Like, WWE needs to bring back like the actual custom stage, and they had like the Arc, the St. Louis Arc. I thought that was dope.
Yeah.
Like I said, the arena was packed, even though they had to make room for like the stage, so you didn't have seating behind the stage, of course. But
yeah, WWE ain't doing that shit. They trying to get all the fucking money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but like the arena was packed. But at that Kansas City Dynamite, man, it was a lot of empty seats, and they did the camera tricks where you couldn't really see it, but every time I go to that Cable Dome Arena, it's like my fourth or fifth time going, and it's been less and less fans. And I looked at the trajectory of it. It's been like an arc trajectory, because the most people that they had in there, they had about close to 5,000. This was right before Brawl Out, like in 2022. And the shows that I went before that, it was like around 3,000 or so. And like this time it was like 2,000. And then the time before that, it was like 3,000. So like, maybe they needed to just stop going there for a little while, let fans miss it a little bit, because they go there every year.
It could be cheap rent for the building.
That's probably why it is too. But sometimes you got to make fans miss you. I would skip next year and go somewhere else. Maybe go to Springfield or somewhere else and let fans miss you. But it was the opposite in St. Louis. So yeah, I thought it was good. And then also I thought Unica I don't know. Did you watch the show live? I thought it was dope that they led into the tailgate brawl right into the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
never
yeah,
seen
yeah. I
anything
did
like
see
that.
that. Wrestledream was a good pay-per-view. I don't know why I thought we talked about it already, but you're right. It was last weekend. Wrestledream was good. It's your typical AEW 5-hour show that's fucking chock full of really good wrestling and really good matches and just a lot of fighting spirit, as they say, where motherfuckers are kicking out of stuff they shouldn't. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the women's match. I was shocked that, I don't know, I kind of knew Statlander was going to beat Tony, but I was still like watching her beat Tony. Still like, oh shit, Tony Storm just lost.
Yeah, I mean, I knew they wasn't just gonna toss it right back on Stat, but I don't know, man. It seems like the fans were into Stat. Like she had a bunch of chants, but I don't know, man. Like what? Like why am I cheering for her? It seems like she just hasn't really fleshed the character out yet.
Right.
And I'm willing to give it a chance. I thought it would have been dope if they had her like as the heel champion running around with the Death Riders. I thought that's where they were going, but they just having her be the straight up babyface. So
I
I
don't
don't
think she
know.
has a character. Like her little sit down with Tony Storm was like, everything you've seen about me, I'm all that combined. It's like, so basically your character is all these failed attempts at being an alien and all this other shit. Like you're just all of that at the same. I don't know. I think the time I liked her the most was when she was with Stokely.
Yeah, I think that was dope. Yeah, because she was a heel. Like when she was actually a heel, she had a little bit of character. And I think they were too quick to like flip her back face because like they had her and Willow doing that thing, and then like she just apologized like a couple months later. Like it's a little bit quick, but yeah, like you said, when Stokely was with her, that was the most character she had, and I like how they bled into the Mercedes like right into her match, and like we were talking about earlier, that's where they're
Yeah.
going with Full Gear. I man, when you gonna pull the trigger on Mercedes though, you gotta kind of do it soon. She's
I
gonna win that
November
women's belt.
22nd or whatever date the Full Gear is, I think she's taking the belt. I think Statlander is just the transition champion.
And when they do that, I think that would be a time to like finally flip Chris back heel. Be like, because if you just have her losing just there as a babyface, and I think fans won't care about her. But I think that's where you do like a story arc with her turning heel. Like she couldn't keep on the belt, and maybe that's when you have Wheeler sneak back in and be like, yeah, she should listen to us.
Yeah, look at your ass now. You used the seatbelt 2 times. You won the belt, and then you didn't want to fucking come to the Death Riders. Now your ass is a former champ. She could be like,
I would be,
"How many belts you got, Wheeler?"
yeah, I would be on board with something like that. But before we move on, like the main event, lights go off. I'm like, uh-oh, my boy ain't coming, is he? They turn back on the lights. Motherfucking Sting. I was like a little kid, man. I was
I
going ape
heard you.
shit.
I heard you in the video. It's Sting.
Nah, that wasn't me.
That
I don't
wasn't
think that
you.
was me. No, that wasn't me.
Are you
But
sure? You might have been drunk.
yeah,
That sounded like you. That sounded a lot like you.
I, it was somebody close to me, but I was like, is that me? I listened like, nah, that wasn't me. But I only had like a drink because I had to drive. I had like a drink or two. But yeah, Sting, I threw it out on the last show we did, but I didn't know he was gonna come for sure. I'm like, man, that's just like a pipe dream. But
Yeah,
lo and
I.
behold,
You put that TikTok out there. I definitely didn't think he was coming. I said Sting ain't coming fucking to AEW no more. He done with that shit. A few moments later.
yeah, I mean that Legends contract, they trying to get used to that Legends contract, and he came through and took out the Death Riders. So when are the Death Rider members be like, John Moxley, you tapped out and you quit at All In? Like, how you the leader of our group? When they gonna address that?
I mean, he could beat the fuck out of all of them though. So
I don't know, man. Pac is pretty jacked, and Claudio's
yeah,
strong.
Pac is a bad motherfucker. I wish so bad that he would just stay healthy for like 2 years straight. Cause that dude is
Yeah,
so fucking good. Maybe he
yeah,
needs to
but yeah,
change his wrestling style.
probably be more ground based. Stop doing a lot of the flippy stuff.
He
But
got hurt
yeah,
versus Hobbs, right? And like finished the or was it Hangman?
it was Hobbs.
It
You're
was
right. It was
Hobbs,
Hobbs.
and then he finished the match. Um, Yeah, I want Pac to stay healthy. That dude is so good. What's crazy about the Sting video that you posted is when you're in the arena, you can see like what's happening. At least you could on your camera. I don't know how dark it was for your eyes, but maybe the camera picked up something that
The camera picked up on more than what I actually could see with my eyes. It was dark. It was like completely dark.
Okay.
But yeah, that's crazy. The camera technology.
because people were cheering when Sting got in the ring. Everybody fucking blew up like before the lights came back on, and then when the lights came on, and he's standing there. It was like, oh shit. But yeah, old man Sting fucking making the save for Darby. Moment of the year so far.
Yeah, I was there his final match, and I was there when he came back for this run. And so I was jacked. Like I said, I was screaming like a little kid. But people were complaining about the Scorpion Deathlock finish. I don't know how you feel.
Why? It's the
like,
Scorpion Deathlock. It's not a fucking headlock. It's a move that made Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, like Big Van Vader, all these motherfuckers give up. But John Moxley can't give up to it after getting hit with a baseball bat and all the other shit that Darby Allin did to him. Get the fuck out of here, people.
And he was laying in glass too.
Right. And he was, I could be wrong, but I think, didn't Sting break the, yeah, he broke the aquarium with the water. So there was like water built up in the mat too. So technically he was kind of being drowned. Yeah. Shut up, people.
I wasn't mad at it too, because you ever been in the Scorpion Deathlock wrestling back in the day?
That's my brother.
If you get that thing put on you. But I wasn't mad at that. The only thing that was didn't really translate in arena, and it's like a double-edged sword. Like I like how they're not like WWE, WWE, the referees run around with the mic. So in the arena we couldn't really see him giving up. I don't know how it translated on TV. I like them being different, but then and again I couldn't hear it in the actual arena.
I'd say that like they probably should have had the microphone there if it was the I Quit match, like the Mick Foley Rock match or Terry Funk versus Ric Flair. But yeah, it's nitpicking. I get why you would, or why somebody would be like taken aback by that, but it is what it is. He did give up. Like you saw it on TV. He clearly quit.
Oh, really? Because I didn't go back and watch it. Did he say I quit or did he tap?
He was shaking his head saying something.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
like, the referee was right there, and he's, like, shaking his head, like, yeah, get this motherfucker off me.
Yeah, but okay. That's what's up. Well, like you said, overall, it was a fun show. Typical AEW pay-per-view. And next is Full Gear.
That same weekend you went to Full Gear. Friday night, I went to Center Stage in Atlanta and did the NWA pay-per-view, Cy Wayne or whatever it was called. And it was a lot of fun. It was a bunch of wrestlers I didn't know. It was some wrestlers I did know. We didn't stay through the whole thing because they make those drinks strong at Center Stage. So we got the fuck out of there.
Now, is this an NWA pay-per-view?
Yeah, it was a pay-per-view.
Man, I used to keep up with NWA on a weekly during the pandemic, but then Rampage came out and I had to drop it. Like, what's going on with their storylines right now?
So this was what was weird about it. So our Mike Durban from the Covino and Rich stuff back in the day.
Oh yeah.
So he's real big in the NWA. Like he got into photography. He would take pictures of the wrestlers at NWA. They would repost them and shit. And I think he had got in good with them. And then he like follows them around and whatever. So I'm on my way back from Florida from taking my daughter to Universal for her birthday. And he texted me. He's like, "Are you going to NWA this Friday? I'm thinking about going." And I was like, "Fuck, I forgot all about it, but I'm free Friday. Let me check on the tickets." So I check on the tickets. They were like $25 each. So I get me and my girlfriend one. He ends up not going, Mike Durban, but we went. And like I said, it was a lot of fun, but Mike is a guy that follows NWA, and apparently their TV show and their pay-per-view aren't synced up. So on TV right now, Kenzie Page is still the women's champion. But where I was at the pay-per-view, Markova was the champion. And he's like, "Wait, why is Markova wrestling Shotzi Blackheart?" Because I posted that. I'm like, "She's defending the belt." And he's like, "What do you mean she's defending the belt? I thought Kenzie was still the champ." So some kind of way, like, either he's not fully caught up or something's off with their taping and their pay-per-view schedule.
That's probably what it is.
Or maybe the pay-per-view wasn't live. They just recorded it to play later.
Yeah, maybe like you said, maybe they're a little bit behind on their TV schedule. And is Kenzie Page a young wrestler?
Yeah. I saw, so there's on our Twitter, I think this is still the pinned tweet, when Jericho and Omega and all them showed up. It might be something different now. But there's an indie company here in North Atlanta, Canton, Georgia. They wanted 1,000 people in the building for their show. This is before AEW started. And Jericho showed up, Omega, Cody was there. That's how we got hooked up with Heidi Katrina, all that. That's the place I would go to once a month to go watch indie wrestling. And there was a wrestler, Danny Jordan. You've seen her from AEW and all that shit. She's retired since then. She was like the only woman's wrestler there. And she used to have matches against like these really shitty people. And we went one random fucking Friday night. We go up there and Danny Jordan's wrestling this 18-year-old Kenzie Page. And this was probably the best women's match I'd seen in person from going to indie shows in forever. And then fast forward, Kenzie Page is the one to beat fucking Camille Brickhouse for the NWA women's title. And she has this huge run with it. And I don't know, it was just kind of cool to see, right? Like, I saw her wrestle in the indies, and now here she is, the NWA women's champion.
Oh, I'm looking at Danny retired back in February. Danny Jordan. She looks young. I wonder why she retired.
She kept getting injured. She was never like out of shape, but she like dedicated herself to the gym and shit. Like, I follow her on Instagram. She became a trainer at Crunch while she was wrestling, but she kept getting injured when she wrestled, so she just said, fuck it, like, I'll retire and work on fitness stuff and stuff like that. So she's like in real good shape and doing shit like that. But she did come back for the anniversary show of Southern Honor Wrestling like this past month. I wasn't there for it, but she came back. She reunited with AC Mack. Man, I can't think of my guy's name. You've seen all of them on AEW though. They were in a faction together, and it was pretty dope.
What's up? So you left the NWA pay-per-view early, so you don't know what the main event was?
The main event was
Who is the champion right now?
I was drunk by then. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I know Matt Cardona wants a shot at the title, and Billy Corgan said he would get it. We left right when the women's championship match started because we wanted to get the fuck out of there before traffic got bad. But it was a fun night. A couple good women's matches. A couple good regular matches. Like Kenzie Page and her sister fought a couple dudes, like these big fucking redneck hillbillies. And they put Kenzie Page through a table and beat her and shit like that. But it was an intergender match that was clearly unbelievable because Kenzie Page and her sister are tiny. And they fought these big fucking country motherfuckers. And it's like, I don't know, man. Intergender wrestling is just not my thing.
What's up? What's going up with like NWA's TV deal right now?
I thought they would be on TV by now.
What the fuck is Billy Corgan doing, man? Like, they still got the most prestigious title probably in all wrestling, probably more prestigious than the WWE title with that. And he just
it's been around longer.
He's not doing what he needs to do as far as like the business side of things, because it's fun going to an NWA show. I went back to their all women show in 2022 or something like that, and like tickets are cheap, so I think it's Billy Corgan is dropping the ball as far as the media side of things, because you got the history with it. So it's always a fun watch every time I do peek in NWA. Like I think that show's on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to find the results for
who said Center Stage fits about 500 people, right?
Yeah, Center Stage doesn't fit a lot of people, but man, the fucking the energy there is so much fun. So the tag team title, the Immortals won the titles against Blunt Force, which is fun.
The fuck is it, Immortals? I don't even like. I don't know. I don't know either team name. Like I feel out of the loop. Blunt
Yeah.
Force.
There was a casket match, which was fun. It was Alex Misery, The Lost is the name of their group, versus Aaron Stevens, who used to be
Yeah. Damien Sandow.
Damon Sandow, yeah, and his crew. They lost that. Let's see what else was cool here. Matt Cardona won a match, and
I'm
then
thinking of Aaron Rex. Was that Damien Sandow? He said his name's Aaron Stevens. I thought his name was like Aaron Rex or something. Like
it was, but he changed his name to Aaron Stevens. That chick Hollywood Haley J was there. I booed the shit out of her because,
Why?
She just seems like a loser.
She she seems like one of those.
She's
like she likes using the black culture, but probably race behind the scene. And she's in Power Slap. She got the shit slapped out of her. She got knocked out with one of the clips I saw.
I talked so much shit during that match, and my girlfriend was like, "You better be quiet. Like people are gonna get mad." But people started laughing. She's like, "All right, what?" And you know, when you get drunk, you're just like, "Can't let these people beat me up? Who gives a fuck if they get mad?"
How were the smells in there?
It wasn't bad, actually. It wasn't bad at all.
Seems like it'd be neck beardy.
It's been bad before. It's been worse. Their bathrooms aren't the best. Their bartenders are great though. Yeah, center stage is a cool place to watch wrestling. Like, I wish you could come up here and just go one time for a wrestling show. Like, it's like a grimy. It's like an indie rock show almost, right? But it's like, you know, that it's like, oh shit, this is where WCW used to be, and like all this shit that took place in this building. I don't know. You can just feel it when you walk in. Like, it's historic. It's fucking center stage in Atlanta. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like I said, Cardona came out. He won his match, and then he had the Good Brothers were there. They beat the Hard Way. And then the champion is Silas Mason, and he beat Matt Cardona via I don't know how he won, but he won the match, Matt Cardona. And apparently the main event was the Immortals beating Blunt Force Trauma to become champion.
Bid Cardona. That's funny when Moose said that. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been to Atlanta since 2017. I like Atlanta, man. I need to go back. They need to have a Mania there, and then like,
hey man, you always got a place to stay when you come up here. I got an extra room.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why they don't have WrestleMania back there, and then all the indie shows. They probably would have one in center stage if Mania was there.
Oh yeah, and we have plenty of arenas and shit that you could run indie stuff out of around Atlanta. Atlanta's traffic is just so fucking awful. I honestly think that's the main, but they did it in LA.
Yeah, exactly.
But
in LA, there's no excuses.
I think if you have everything in Atlanta and people come from out of town to stay in Atlanta, they won't have a problem getting around. You just have to walk everywhere.
Ain't no problem. Nothing wrong with exercise.
Come on, DJ. We're talking about wrestling fans.
Man, shots fired.
Let's move on across the street to WWE. This past week, it was announced that Seth Rollins is injured and has to forfeit the WWE World Heavyweight title. CM Punk won a number one contenders match just last week to face Seth Rollins at Saturday night's main event. Well, now that Seth has vacated it, they had an over-the-top rope battle royal, and the winner of that match was none other than main event Jey Uso, who will go on to face CM Punk at Saturday night's main event. Thoughts?
Not gonna lie, and I think they should have did something else besides Jay winning it. I remember last week you suggested like qualifying matches to do like a four-way, and CM Punk already qualified, but they decided to go the battle royal route, which I mean, I guess it is what it is. So, I don't know. I mean, we've seen Jay have a title run early this year. The only outcome that I wouldn't be mad at is if they use this for Jay to turn fully heel. I thought it would have been fun to have Jimmy actually win the battle royal. Like, why not go that route? Unless, like you said, you're going the route of Jay's gonna win the title as a heel. But if he doesn't, then I don't know, man. What are your thoughts?
I feel as if the only reason you would have Jay win the battle royal is if he's gonna win the belt. I don't think it makes sense to have him go lose to CM Punk. I think there's gonna be some huge develop, or unless they're gonna have Punk turn heel and join fucking Breaker and Bronson, and then you could have them versus the Bloodline. But to me, I don't think you have Jay win the battle royal unless he's gonna win the world title. Because to me, it doesn't make sense to have him. Because you could have picked anybody. You could have had AJ Styles. You could have had any number of people that were in that match. Dom Mysterio. You could have had all these people go fight CM Punk, have a really good match, and Punk win. But instead, you're gonna have babyface versus babyface. So I think there's gonna be a huge development one way or the other. One of these two is turning heel come Saturday night main event to replace the fact they just lost Seth Rollins, who was their main heel. So right now they don't have a main heel.
I didn't think about the CM Punk side of things, him turning heel, having the Vision come and help him. But the way Braun was walking around with the title, isn't that him taking a step back if he's coming just to help CM Punk win it?
I don't think he's going to help CM Punk per se. I think they will, that'll be the group going forward.
And then on the other side of things, if like it was Jay trying to be like the leader of the Vision, that's kind of an awkward fit. I don't know, man. I'm curious to see what they do with it. I mean, having Jay just win straight up as a babyface, I don't know what that does for business, because he hasn't been leading into the Yeet things recently. And I don't know what that does for him. But speaking of War Games, I like, now with the Seth thing going on, like, are they doing MFTs and Wyatts for War Games? Like,
that's what it's looking like, right?
That'll be trash. Jeez, that's what it looks like, though. Like, what else could you do for War Games if it's not gonna be that?
Yeah, that's the way it's leaning. Unless they do a women's War Games, but I don't even know who they would put in that, because there ain't many like blood feuds going on right now in the women's division besides like Io and Rhea versus the Kabuki Warriors. But you gotta have three more people on each side of it. So I don't know what the fuck War Games is looking like.
Well, since the inception of War Games, though, haven't they always done both, like a man and a woman? Since they brought it up to the main roster.
I don't want to answer that because I don't know.
I want to say they're gonna have a women's regardless.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be the Kabuki Warriors and Rhea. And speaking of that side of things, what happened to Bianca? I know she was injured. Wasn't it like a finger injury or like something?
She broke her finger at WrestleMania. Yeah, she's been gone for a minute.
Fingers take that long to heal?
Man, the injury reports in AEW and WWE are crazy right now with how many people they got injured.
Yeah, that Ospreay and Swerve are like the biggest thing on the AEW side. But Bianca, she's a major player. Like,
yeah. I mean, you had Naomi and Seth Rollins both forfeit the world title because of injury. Or not injury for Naomi, but you got people on the shelf that are major players, like you said, and then in AEW on the same side, fucking Ospreay and Swerve, man, that's huge for them.
Yeah,
and MJF, whatever the hell he's dealing with, to where he's off TV.
I think he's just enjoying his marriage, but I think
his wife is at work every week.
Oh, he's actually filming a movie. I heard that he actually is filming a movie.
There you go.
Yeah,
it's just bad timing.
Yeah, but I think they're playing a longer game for the MJ. I think MJF, even though he is filming a movie, they're trying to have Hangman have like a longer title reign because I think it's got to be MJF that's taking it off of Hangman. He's gonna cash in that contract on Hangman. But yeah,
This is
but
complete
definitely.
fanboy, but I just want to see Shelton Benjamin win the world title.
I wouldn't be mad at it. If you build a story right,
Don't even
finally
build a
getting a
story.
big one.
Just
Hmm?
don't even build a story. Just have him and Hangman fight randomly on a fucking Dynamite for the world title, and have Shelton just beat the dog shit out
Well,
of him.
well, I don't want to hop back on the AEW side of things, but I just want to get your quick prediction. So we got two number one contender. You got the tag team and the world title. In the world title, you got Bobby, you got Hook, you got Samoa Joe, and you got who's the fourth guy in there? Oh, Ricochet. Who you think is gonna win that to be the number one contender at Full Gear?
They're fighting at Full Gear,
No,
or
this
this is
match
for
is
the.
happening at Dynamite. It's a
Oh,
number one contender match at Dynamite, Fright Night Dynamite.
you said Samoa Joe, Lashley, Hook, and
Ricochet
Ricochet.
four way.
As much as I want it to be Lashley, I think Lashley and Joe are going to cancel each other out some kind of way.
Really?
Like I think both of their factions are going to get involved, and Ricochet is going to beat Hook.
That's an interesting because I thought it was like they telegraphing it as gonna be Joe to do the rematch the way he turned on Hangman at the pay-per-view. Oh, that's
Yeah.
an interesting pick.
Yeah, you could be right, but I don't know. I just feel like well, God damn it, I got my factions confused. You're right. I think Ricochet and Lashley are going to cancel each other out because their factions are going to get involved, and Joe's going to beat Hook. Because you still got the Joe and Hook, where Hook kind of walked away from Joe and started fucking around with Eddie Kingston now. You still got that tension between the two of them. Basically, the ops said, "Fuck you, Hook." That was the fucking first telegraph of them going heel, right? Was Hook being like, "Y'all didn't even give a fuck that I got hurt. Y'all just replaced me."
That was a little breadcrumbs, but yeah,
Look
I
at my
think that
boy
one is more
TK.
that one was more predictable. But they got a tag team one on Fright Night too. All of the people that were in that main event in Collision, it's gonna be a four-way between all those teams. So FTR, Bucks, Jurassic Express, and Jet Speed. I don't know who to pick on that one actually. They get a title shot at Full Gear against
Who did Brodito just beat? They beat the Bucks.
They beat Takeshita and Okada.
Yeah, I think FTR is gonna win the tag titles.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
I like your reaction that when I say it, you're like it really happened. You're like, damn, that's weird they would do that.
It's probably got to be the Bucks or FTR because I think they're not afraid to go face on face, but I think it's gonna be I think I pick FTR too.
Yeah, I just think the Bucks are on this storyline right now where eventually they want people to start cheering for them because they're so fucking down and broke. Kind of like you were talking about earlier with Bum-ass Baron Corbin. That's kind of like where the Bucks are right now, and eventually people are gonna start cheering for them. They'll work their way back up and become like a babyface tag team.
Yeah, probably hook back up with Omega.
Yeah.
The Elite. But I totally digress. Yeah, man, I don't know where they're going at with War Games and with the vision. Like, you think it's going to be Braun carrying them from forward as the leader? Or, like, you think him and Bronson Reed are going to have, like, this type of power struggle or tussle?
I don't know. Like, I'm intrigued. This injury to Seth Rollins really, threw a wrench into everything. So, it could get really interesting, or it could just be, we're expecting something cool to happen, and CM Punk just fucking beats Jey Uso. They shake hands and they go off the fucking air. Yeah. As far as War Games, though, I mean, I have no idea what's happening with that. There's a question in the chat from Adrian who says, "Who's making a comeback in WWE? Did you see the teaser they put out? The dress shoes tell me Gunther, but I don't feel he's been gone long enough for him to put a 15-second snippet out like that." Did you see the teaser he's talking about? Yeah, they posted, I think it was today. They posted a clip of somebody walking somewhere and they had dress shoes and dress pants and dress socks on. That's all you saw. And that's all the clip was this person walking for like 10 seconds.
I think it's got to be Gunther. Who else dressed up like that?
Yeah, ain't nobody else got swag like G.
Yeah, he's coming back. What was it? He had a nose injury. Got his nose shit fucked up.
Unless it's The Rock.
No, come on now. I mean, he probably does need to come back and get some buzz because I heard the Smashing Machine didn't do too well in the box office. I heard he had a terrific performance in it though.
I don't think that movie was designed to do well in the box office. I think that was designed for The Rock to like get nominated for like an Academy Award or some shit like that.
Yeah, probably. I want to go watch it though, man. I don't even know if it's still in the theater.
I want to see it too. I'll wait till it hits Netflix or whatever. I still need to see Queen of the Ring with Felicity Smoke.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that either. I need to watch that as well. I haven't seen that.
I want to think that's on Netflix now. I could be wrong.
Wasn't Tony Storm in that movie too?
Tony Storm was in it. Mickey James was in it. Camille Brickhouse was in it. There was a lot of people in it. Adrian said it's Alberto Del Rio. I'd fucking.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
That'd be such a letdown. Like, could you imagine? Everybody's like, "Who is this guy?" And it's fucking Alberto Del Rio.
They don't even want that guy to be in AAA.
With his, if he brings back his ring announcer, I'd be down with it. Alberto Del Rio. What was that fucking guy's name?
I wasn't watching during that time. I seen clips and stuff though. Like,
man, that guy used to fucking crack me up. Him and Armando Alejandro Estrada, who used to announce for Umaga. That fucking guy. Oh my God. That fucking guy was so funny.
Yeah. Umaga, he came on the scene like right as I was dipping out, like around 06 or something like that, because, you know, that's when I was trying to chase women around college campuses. But yeah, Umaga should have had the world championship, man.
Yeah, he should have beat Cena.
Rest in peace to Umaga. But yeah, definitely ain't gonna be Del Rio. Del Rio's exiled.
Ricardo Rodriguez, that was his name. Thanks, Adrian, in the chat.
I was watching like a Chris Van Lee. Is that his name? Chris Van Lay?
Van Lee?
He was he was on there. He was actually a wrestler.
Armando?
Del Rio's man. Yeah, he was a wrestler.
He was a wrestler in, is it Cuba? Or was it Mexico? He wrestled in.
I don't know. He was talking about him, you know, being an actual wrestler.
The Samoan bulldozer. That dude used to crack me up.
Well,
man.
him too. I was talking about Alberto's the ring announcer. He was a wrestler.
Oh, Ricardo Rodriguez.
Yeah, he was a wrestler.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because he was doing the interview. Yeah, man. Shout out to both of them though.
We got a couple other little WWE things, but it's getting late early. We'll skip over that because one was about Cody, but honestly, who gives a fuck about Cody right now? Like,
talk about Cody. Well, did you watch Halloween Havoc yesterday?
I did, but real quick, Jacob Fatu is out with an injury. It was reported going into the week that he would be out for the rest of this year and most of next year. Like, and they haven't disclosed what the injury was. He was supposed to take part in a number one contenders match and got attacked backstage. If he wasn't hurt, do you think WWE would have pulled the trigger on a main event Jacob Fatu push?
No, I don't think they would. No,
I don't think so either.
I mean, and that's just Triple H, you know, staying on track of what he wants to do. Because Fatu's over with the fans. He already had the stepping stone title, the U.S. title. Why not have him in the main event scene when you're lacking on main event players on the SmackDown side of things? All you have is Drew right now. And I know we're going to talk about Cody, but Cody's kind of just sitting there right now. He lost against Seth. All you have is Drew McIntyre. Like, who else? Like, why not have a Jacob Fatu? Where's Randy at? Randy's lingering somewhere around there, too. I don't know. SmackDown side just seems a little dead right now as far as the title scene.
SmackDown really is trash now. Like, we were playing Scrabble Friday night, having drinks, playing Scrabble, and I had SmackDown on my iPad, and the show was over, and I was just like, that's it? Like, what the fuck did I just, like, spend time setting up the VPN and pulling up Netflix to watch this shit live for? Like, I could have got the clip notes of this. Like, is this what SmackDown always is? Because I don't always watch SmackDown live. So maybe it seems better than it is when I can fast forward stuff. But having to watch it, it was just like, the only thing cool that happened was Jade Cargill turning on Tiffany Stratton. And now they have a title match. And I'm hoping Jade fucking takes, because I'm sick of Tiffany Stratton. I was her biggest fan in NXT. And you were right. You were like, she's not hitting. I don't get it, the whole nine. And I'm like, no, give it time. She's dope in NXT. And since she's been on the main roster, it's been just not good.
He had that initial, like, where fans were into it, and then it kind of died down after Mania. I don't know. I was always like, she seems like she's reading off a script when she's doing her promos, and I thought she needed to clean that up, but overall, like you said, she's not getting the same reaction. It's time. I mean, you did the heel turn with Jade. Why not have Jade run with it? But I don't know. I thought SmackDown wasn't terrible. It was solid. Like, but that's what we've seen in the Triple H era. They don't have bad shows, but it's like they have like times where they're just, just going through the motions.
Yeah.
So I think that's the time we're at right now, going into Survivor Series.
NXT Halloween Havoc was yesterday. We'll speed through this real quick if you want.
We predicted it. I put it on the IG. We got all our picks except for
the main one.
Title match.
Yeah, it was funny. I was watching it again, like I said, at the gym this morning, and halfway through, I was like, I think Tatum's gonna fucking win. I don't know why. I was just watching the match, and out of nowhere, it just fucking hit me. Like, it wasn't anything they did. It was just like, it's time. Like, Jacy Jayne's not hitting, and putting it on Tatum would be shock value. Like, she ain't gonna keep the belt long, but everybody that she's been associated with is gone, and she gets the title, kind of like Jacy Jayne. Like, Mandy was gone, Gigi's gone, and now fucking Jacy Jayne gets the title, and now Shotzi's gone, Gigi's gone, and here's Tatum getting the title. Obviously, the thing with Izzy Danes, I think Izzy Dane's gonna take the title from her like within the month.
Why? I'm not a fan of Izzy Danes. She's just so mid. I think you're right though. The way the story's building up. Is it some nepotism thing? Because she's with Braun Breaker. Maybe they probably try to get her. But she's so mid to me. Like, when she popped up in the scene, I think both of us said, like, we thought it was Charlotte when she came to help Kiana James out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Is that Charlotte? And then, like, I don't know. It's just so mid to me. But I think you're right.
They got so many women that could be champion. The fact that they got, and nothing against Tatum Paxley, because I like Tatum Paxley, but the fact that she's the champion now and she's going to end up dropping it to Izzy Dane when you got, I know Sol Ruka's on the injured list right now. By the way, I'm such a big fan of Sol Ruka, like, in the past couple months. The fact that you got her there, you got Jada Parker should have had a title by now. Zarya, who's dope. Lola, who's dope. You got, I can't think of her. What's her name?
Kalani,
Blake Monroe.
Kalani Jordan?
Yeah, well, Kalani's the TNA champion, so, or is she still the TNA Women's Champion? Yeah.
Yeah, you got Jordan Grace.
Right, you got all these fucking heavy hitters, and you're gonna have the title go from Tatum Paxley to Izzy Dane, more than likely. I don't get that, but I'm interested. I'll give it a chance and see what they come up with.
Even in the crew, Fallon Henley, like, why is she in the background?
Because they like having Fallon Henley in street clothes, and I'm not mad at it.
But she's better than Jacy Jayne, in my opinion.
Way
better. Kind of just have her as like the muscle.
Who's the new chick they replaced your girl with?
Lainey Reed.
Lainey Reed, yeah. She looks a lot like Isla Dawn. That's who I thought it was at first when I was watching it. I was like, when the fuck did Isla Dawn get back to NXT? And it was her.
Yeah, well, Jasmine Nix is gone. She said, "Y'all ain't paying me enough. I'm getting the hell out of here."
I miss Jasmine Nix already.
I bet you do. But yeah, man, yeah, that was the biggest shock. I didn't think Tatum Paxley was gonna win, but shout out to her. I remember she came in like as a random girl, as like the sidekick in the Diamond Mine to what's the girl's name, the muscle girl with the Diamond Mine. She's with the Creed brothers. I can't even remember her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't think of her name either. I like her. Fuck, I can't think of her name.
But shout out to her. We missed on your name, but yeah, and then Tatum Paxley is slowly but surely risen up the ranks. So shout out to her. I was shocked. I didn't think she was gonna win. But everything else in the show was I know. I mean, it was three title changes. We predicted the title changes except for the women's, but we knew Blake Monroe was gonna
Yeah.
win the title and Zarya's gonna lose it for her. And so
I don't know if you feel this way. I feel like Soul's gonna turn on Zarya when she comes back now. They've been teasing like a little bit of dissension between them two for the longest, and now Zarya just lost. Because technically, if Zarya would have won, it would have just kept the title with Soul, right? Like she was defending it for her. So she just lost her belt. I don't know. I like their little tag team. I like all the fucking social media stuff that they put out together. But yeah, I feel like Soul's gonna beat her ass when she gets back.
no, I know it's like you don't want to do the predictable thing to have Zarya, but Zarya is a natural heel. The way she presents herself, and like Soul, like you said, she's like one of the best women you have on your roster. Like, why go against the grain just for shock value and have her go heel? But I think you might be right. Just to they could like do like a shocking thing. Like yeah, I'll expect Zarya to do it. Let's do Soul. But like Soul's just like a natural baby face. Why do that?
I don't know, but that's just my wrestling brain. How it's working is the way that they are booking it. But I'm hoping
it makes
it's Zarya.
sense.
Like
You lost. It makes. Sorry to cut you off. It makes sense because you the one that lost my title, and
right.
that would make me flip out too.
And
So
you've been
that makes
fucking.
sense for them to
You've been giving me the side eye and like. You know what I mean? Like looking at me crazy every time I come out with both belts, and you've been looking at my belts, and then you finally get the chance to help your girl out, and you lose. Like I wouldn't have lost to that bitch. You lost to her.
And then maybe that's a way for Izzy Day not to win the title, and then a heel Soul take it from Tatum. I would be way more good with that than Izzy Day winning it. I don't know. I'm curious to see how it plays out though.
What's their name? The faction with the four guys in the
Dark State.
Dark State. They win the titles from the Hardy Boys. I was expecting them to win, but I don't know. Just seeing somebody pin Jeff Hardy in a match like that was crazy to me.
Really? I feel like they kind of telegraphed it. They were like, "We gotta let y'all know that the Hardys TNA titles aren't on the line." I'm like, "All right, y'all telling us Dark State's gonna win."
Yeah, I'm saying I thought Matt would have took the pin. Seeing Jeff Hardy get pinned because he's the bigger star that's doing a lot for Dark State that they didn't have. I think pinning Jeff Hardy is more important than pinning Matt Hardy.
Jeff is a former WWE world champion and WWE champion.
Yeah.
I think maybe the younger fans don't remember that, so maybe that's why they did it.
What was the other title that changed hands? The women's title, the
Blake
North
Monroe.
American title, and the tag title.
All three. Yeah, talked about all three.
Ricky Saints defeats Trick Williams. I didn't want Trick to win, but I also think Trick taking 2 title losses in the past 3 weeks is a lot.
Yeah, you think he's gonna go to the main roster soon? I'm guessing.
That's all he's been talking about. Every fucking promo, he's like, when I get to the main roster, I ain't never coming back to NXT.
I don't blame him. Yeah, I mean, it's not good optics, but when he does go to the main roster, a lot of people forget about what's going on in NXT. But I don't know, man. Like, how do you feel about Ricky Saints so far? I feel like it's not the same AEW Ricky Saints. I don't know. I feel like his promos hit a little bit harder in AEW.
Yeah, he could say what he wanted then. He's a little more scripted now. But I don't know if I'm a fan of the slingshot DDT as a finisher, but
He can't, but I like how you could do it on anybody. You can't
Yeah.
Rochambeau
Yeah.
fucking Obafemi.
That's where I was going. It's like he's so small that it's actually a good finisher for him. I'm just not a fan of it. But like, and this is also like just me being an older wrestling fan that kind of knows how they do things. The fact that you have two people with a DDT as their finisher in the same show winning title matches. You had Blake Monroe and you had him using DDTs. It's like, we've seen that already.
I'm with you, but I also like the fact that it's not bastardizing the DDT finishing move. That's meant to be a finisher. You get dropped in your head. That's the match is over.
Right.
The match is supposed to be over.
Jake
And like
Snake
over
used
the
to beat a
years,
motherfucker like crazy with it, and then The Rock would just use it as a setup for other shit.
yeah, yeah. So I'm with you. Like we've like the Pandora's box has already been opened, so we can't put the can back in the worms. But if you think about it logically, that should end the match.
Right.
Yeah.
But
So,
I don't know. I wish he had a different finish. It seems like a lot having a fucking. It seems like it's the room for error. The margin for error is very high in that move, and for that to be the end of a title match every time, I'm hoping that it doesn't mess up. Like, they're professionals, but it just seems like there's opportunity to fuck that up at the end. I wouldn't mind just like a Mickey James for a while used the DDT, but she would like grab the woman in the reverse headlock, right? And she would jump up to where they would lift her up in the air, and then she would come. It's like a jumping DDT, but it'd have a pause at the top. I wouldn't be mad if he did something like that, as opposed to jumping off the rope. Again, I'm just nitpicking, and that's why I don't like his finishing move. But I like the match. I just fucking love Trick Williams. Like, I hope he gets all the fucking belts. Like, this dude is so good. Like, only thing I don't like about him is he played for the fucking Eagles.
I was about to say that's why I like him. Not because he played. Yeah, I like he's a former Gamecock wide receiver. I'm all about that. So yeah, shout out to Ricky. I'm not Ricky Saints. Trick Williams. I think he'll make a splash on the main roster.
Oh, I got a question for you. Who do you think will end up the biggest star on the main roster, Trick Williams or Carmelo?
I think it'll be Trick, and that's why I didn't like what they did. Have them like do the reunion. Why they do the NXT? That's like something that they should have built up on the main roster, like tensions when Trick finally got on the main roster, and they just kind of like hot shotted it and did it randomly when they did that little. I don't know what it was they did a few weeks ago when they had them tag team.
Because people that watch the main roster stuff don't necessarily watch NXT. That was for an NXT thing. When they get to the main roster, they'll probably play some video snippets of them being a team and Melo turning on them when he got the title and the whole nine, and build up all this tension, and then they'll reunite on the main roster. But I don't think they wasted it for people like us that watch everything, but a lot of people don't watch NXT like that.
I think you're right, probably. But yeah, I think Trick will be the bigger star just because he's got as the kids would say, he's got the riz. I mean, he got the aura, and he's just a natural good promo. I mean, not to say that Melo's bad, but Trick's got the build. He's 6'4". Booker T said built out of granite.
Built like a Greek god.
Yeah, so yeah, and then we see it. Sometimes a theme can get you over. The whoop that Trick when he comes out. People like chanting that shit. So I just think naturally he's gonna be a star when he goes up to the main roster. But
I think if Melo was like 4 inches taller and about 30 pounds heavier, he'd be fucking huge right now. And I think WWE's scared to like book him as a main eventer, and they'll just have him doing mid-card shit. And I think Trick has the size to get on the main roster and make some noise, do some damage. But I think Melo's fucking super talented, man. Like, he should have had a title by now.
He's the U.S. title. My bigger question is, out of Trick, Oba, and Javon, who would be the biggest star in the main roster?
I still vote Trick.
Even Javon, even though kids will gravitate towards the high flying, he's got size too. He's like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, but he won't sniff the world title. They'll keep him around the U.S. title and shit like that. Like,
What about Oba though? I mean, I feel like Oba, he's got the you know the characteristics to be a dominant world champion. You kind of just like brush Oba off.
Well, I think he'll be the least of the three.
Really, Oba
He's got nobody to like. Who's gonna put him in there with Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed? Like he's got no big fucking. They'll probably put him on SmackDown where the biggest person is Drew McIntyre.
So how do you think if they don't push him, like how do they just keep him there? Just have him be like the lovable loser, like the monster heel that doesn't back it up?
I think he'll be another version of fucking Braun Strowman.
Shit,
He'll be doing
terrible.
all the strongman stuff and wrestle the big man style. He might get a run with the title that people forget about, but I don't know. I think Oba's best suited for NXT or AEW. I don't think main roster is like I'd love to be wrong, but
I mean, I'm not. I wouldn't be shocked the way Triple H books it because he kind of has like who he wants to be on top, and he has the glass ceiling that people aren't gonna break. So I won't be shocked if that happens. So,
yeah.
but I don't know, man. I feel like they were grooming him to transition to be like in the Braun Breaker type role, maybe on the opposite show. You know how they had like Batista and John Cena on opposite shows running shit. I thought it would be like Braun Breaker and Oba, and like in the next 2-3 years doing the same thing.
I think there's gonna be a dope moment if they do put Oba on SmackDown and you get them in the Royal Rumble together and they finally fucking face off. Like I think that'll be one of those moments where the crowd just like fucking stands up, and then you'll have like some little fucking pipsqueak like the Miz or some shit like fuck it up and they won't even touch. But when they finally face off and look at each other, I think that's gonna be a thing. But I don't know. They got all these young people in place that we're thinking can be world champions, but you still got Roman, you still got Cody, you still got Punk, you still got all these people that these motherfuckers ain't trying to get out the way no time soon. Randy Orton probably wants another run with the title. Like,
What do you think about Ilya beating Sammy for the U.S. title?
I thought that was
Return.
unexpected and pretty damn cool. Cody started this fucking neck tattoo epidemic, apparently.
Dom got one.
Yeah,
Eagles got one.
they should form their own fucking group.
The neck tattoo boys. Yeah. And they said this past week's episode of SmackDown, he's going to continue the U.S. challenge. He's inherited it from Cena and Sammy. What do you think about that?
I thought he was gonna say, like, go heel and be like, yeah, the U.S. challenge was cool and all, and respect to Sammy, but I ain't doing that shit. I'm defending this motherfucker every 30 days. Like, that's what I want. I want a heel to win the belt from this U.S. challenge, open challenge shit, and be like, enough of that shit.
Yeah, that would have been funny, but he's going down that line. I mean, I like how they heat him right back up. I think he was a Triple H guy, and they're giving him the ball with the U.S. title. I mean, he was on Raw before and kind of just there, but maybe this will be what he needs to take that next step. But what I didn't like though is that thrown together tag team AJ and Dragon Lee winning the titles on Raw.
I don't
Tag team
understand
titles.
that. I don't understand that at all.
Why they shitting on your boys the New Day like that? Like, and have a random team win it.
Because Triple H is in charge and he's a piece of shit. I thought the best thing about them winning was them trying to come up with a tag team name, and Dragon Lee was like, why don't we call ourselves AJ Lee? He's like, I think that name's already taken. AJ's like, I think somebody got that already.
They said that? I missed
I
that
don't know
part.
if it was on social media or if it was on Raw, but it was like them backstage after winning. It's like, we got to come up with a name, and they were throwing shit out. And he was like, how about AJ Lee?
That's hilarious. I know I've been watching the VPN Raw version, so I don't get the commercial breaks, but usually you see like the things that they do in the commercial. I missed that. Maybe it was a online social media exclusive, or
Yeah.
maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
Let's get to Street Clothes Wrestler of the Week, and then we'll get to our NFL picks and get the hell up out of here on our illustrious return to Sundays.
I didn't think about Street Clothes Wrestler of the Week beforehand, so I'm going off the dome. I guess I'll go with Anna Jay. Her backstage with Ty J and
I thought you were gonna say backside. You said backstage. I was gonna be like, yeah, that tracks with Anna J. My bad. Go ahead. Didn't mean to cut you off.
That's all I got. Anna J is my Street Clothes Wrestler of the Week.
My Street Clothes Wrestler of the Week will be Sol Ruka.
Yeah, with her knee brace on.
Yeah, even with the knee brace, man, she was looking very. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Something about the last like 2 months, Sol Ruka's like taking over my life.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Sol Ruka. Hopefully, she has a speedy recovery. Is that injury legit?
I think the injury is legit, but I don't think it's bad enough to work. Because I think if it was bad, they would have stripped her of the speed title, and they wouldn't have had Zarya defended for her with her out there. And she took a bump. So I don't think it. Again, I don't know. I'm just. From all these years of watching wrestling, like usually when it's a serious injury, they take the person off TV. They don't have them still coming out there. I mean, they might do an injury angle like they did with Seth where they get their ass whooped, but she definitely wouldn't be out there in the middle of a match like as a manager, and they didn't strip her of the other title. So I don't think it'll be that long before she ends up having to lose to Blake Monroe.
Yeah, well, like you said, maybe they'll have her return here when she comes back. So I'm curious to see how it is.
Let's get to these NFL picks, CJ, because we got to get these fantasy lineups set. Man, I got so many injuries. I know people don't give a fuck, but all my leagues.
You somehow still beat me last week in the Carl Fantasy League. So
that's the league where I got the most injuries. I lost my top 3 picks to injuries in that league. Malik Neighbors, Tyreek Hill, and Lamar Jackson are all hurt. 2 of them are out for the year, and Jackson's out again this week.
I don't know. All the fantasy leagues I've been in the past 2-3 years, I've been having terrible draft like positions, so I haven't been able to draft like I would like. So it is what it is. But as far as our picks last week, we both did well. You went 12-3, and I went 14-1. You know what game fucked me up was that Thursday night game.
Get the fuck out of here! You went 14-1.
You know, yeah, I should have bet something. The game that fucked me up, both of us up. We both picked the Steelers to win on Thursday Night Football,
and the Bengals waxed that ass.
Yeah, the 2 games that we picked differently. I picked the Eagles. You picked the Vikings, and I picked the Colts. You picked the Chargers. So yeah, I should have fucking bet something. I should have bet something last week. Went fucking 14-1. I should have parlayed something, but
damn,
it is what it is.
You told me I went 12-3. I'm like, damn, I had to make up ground on you. And you're like, but I went 14-1.
Yeah, but this week we missed Thursday Night Football because we didn't have a show this weekend, so we have to skip that. But we have to do next week's Thursday night game, which I don't have pulled up because I pulled up this graphic. I was doing it during my break last week, so I have to find out the Thursday night game. But let's start off with the Dolphins, Falcons. It's coming up in 30 minutes. Who you got?
Yeah, I thought about going to this game. Actually, tickets were like $60.
Really? They're that cheap?
Yeah, it's the Dolphins.
That's Michael Mauser's team, isn't it?
Yeah, Mauser and fucking Keith Velez. Keith Velez is actually in Atlanta. I wonder if he's going to the game. I didn't even think about that. I got the Dolphins.
Really? Man.
I'm sorry, I got the Falcons. What the fuck? Yeah, I was trying to pull up next week's games so I could get to the Thursday night game and fucking almost started out 0-1. God damn.
Yeah, I got Atlanta. I don't got no damn Dolphins.
Boy said, really?
Yeah.
The Thursday night game is the Ravens and the Dolphins.
Ravens. Oof. Is Lamar Jackson finally gonna be back?
I hope so, because he ain't back. He ain't back today.
I guess I'll wait until I do my prediction on that. But next up, Jets Bengals, the shit bowl. I don't know if Flacco's been playing better.
Yeah,
I
I'll
got
take the
Bengals.
Bengals, man.
Browns at New England.
New England. New England's playing well right now. Drake May is he came along way faster than I thought he would.
Yeah, better than Mac Jones did there. I got Patriots as well.
Mac Jones is balling right now in San Francisco, right? Or no, where's Mac Jones at? Is he in Seattle?
You're right. You're right. He's San Francisco. But I mean, he's doing well. I mean, but he ain't been doing what Drake May's been doing in New England. Giants, Eagles. I'm taking Eagles in this one. Uh-oh. You got Dart? You gonna go with your boy Dart and Scatterboo? This is in Philly too.
Give me the Giants.
Alrighty. Bills going down to Carolina, and Bills had a bye week, so are they gonna be rusty?
I almost want to take Carolina. Carolina's defensive line is serious. They just got that little twink playing quarterback that, like, I don't know. He's like hit or miss.
I was never a Bryce Young fan coming out of the draft. He's just small.
Yeah, he's like hit or miss. Like, he might have a good game, he might not, but I'll take the Bills.
I got Bills as well. Bears at Ravens, and the Ravens are the favorite. And you said Lamar Jackson isn't back.
I'm looking on my fantasy app right now. It says he's out. I haven't. Let's see.
Damn, that's terrible. They only 1-5. That's crazy.
The Ravens?
Yeah.
Their season's over. He might not. He's out again. Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Bears, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bears as well. Even though the Ravens are still a heavy favorite for some reason. Who the fuck is the Ravens' backup quarterback?
Cooper Rush.
Like Josh Johnson? Cooper Rush?
Yeah.
He's terrible. We saw what he did with our Cowboys. He's terrible.
He did good with the Cowboys, though. He went 4-1 that year Dak was out.
Maybe. I just shit on him for no reason. 49ers and Houston to face the Texans. I'm taking 49ers in this one.
I'll take the Niners also, but let's hope the Texans win.
Yeah. Hoping that the Texans win as well, but we'll see. Bucks at New Orleans to face the Saints.
I'll take the Bucks. The Saints are garbage.
Yeah, I hate that. My boy Rattler, he has been putting up decent numbers. Just the team is just terrible. I got the Bucks as well.
Thank God we didn't get Kellen Moore as a coach.
Was it Kellen Moore with the offensive coordinator with the Cowboys?
He was a quarterback the year Dak became. So Romo got hurt, and then Kellen Moore got hurt, and that's how Dak ended up starting. And then Kellen Moore ended up as the offensive coordinator, and went to Los Angeles for the Chargers, and then got a head coaching job. He was in the running for the Cowboys job, though. I'm kind of glad we didn't get him.
Hold up, Kellen Moore's a head coach?
Yeah, he's the coach of the Saints.
No wonder why they're terrible. Damn, I didn't realize he was the damn head coach. God damn, it's just like a big fraternity as far as like what? Just because he played in the league and was a coordinator, he deserves a head coach. Get the fuck out of here. Cowboys in the Mile High City to face the Broncos.
This is gonna be a tough one, man. Broncos are 5-2. They got a really good defensive line. They got a really good offensive line also. I just think Dak is playing out of his mind right now, and if the Cowboys defense can just hold motherfuckers to like 24 points, they'll win a lot of ball games the rest of the way. I got Cowboys.
I got Cowboys as well. It might be a little bit of home fanboy mentality because the Broncos are a slight favorite in this one, but like you said, Dak's been playing out of his mind, and how they move in this game will probably decide how I move forward. I'm picking our Cowboys, but I'm going Cowboys in this one. These are the afternoon games. The Bucks was the first one that I started off with in the Cowboys game. So next up is the Titans versus the Colts. Titans are still getting over growing pain, and the Colts are like best record in the league, and they're cooking right now. So I'm going Indianapolis in this one.
Yeah, I'll go with the Colts also. I didn't realize they were only had one loss. That's my boy Robert's team that was in Vegas with us. He's a Colts fan.
Yeah. Danny Dimes. What they call him, Indiana Jones. The Sunday night game, Packers, Steelers, and the Aaron Rodgers Bowl.
This
Green
is
Bay's the favorite in
actually,
this one.
I think I'm going to go with the Steelers.
Man, I kind of just want to be different and do the Packers because you went with the Steelers. Packers are the favorite in this game.
Where's the game at?
It's in Pittsburgh.
Damn, I was hoping it was in Green Bay.
Yeah, if it was Green Bay and Green Bay were favorites, I would have picked Green Bay. But I think I might go with the Steelers as well. Upset. We both got the Steelers in this one. Monday Night Football. I was thinking about going to this game just because I still haven't been to the Chiefs game. Commanders at Chiefs, but I'm not because I got to work Tuesday.
I got the Chiefs. Jaden Daniels is out again. He got knocked out in the Cowboys game, and he's out already. And it might be significant because they ruled him out of this game on like Wednesday, and the game's on Monday. So the fact that he wasn't like questionable tells me that he might be out for a couple of weeks. I think Commander season's over.
Dang. I won't cry any tears. I hope he recovers because he's a good young quarterback, but I won't shed any tears with their season being over.
Yeah.
It's a division rivalry. The Chiefs are gonna turn it around again and like make another run. I feel like they've been playing a lot better.
It's like, who didn't see this coming? Like, these motherfuckers might not lose another game.
I know you got a lot of Chiefs fans in your family. I know they're happy about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got Chiefs as well. There's a lot of buys this week. Lions, Raiders, Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks, and Jags are off this week. And we still got the Thursday night game. And you said it's the Ravens and the Dolphins?
Yep. I'll take the Ravens for that one. I think Lamar might be back. I think the reason they didn't let him come back today was just because they knew they had a quick turnaround 4 days later. But I think they'll let him play Thursday, and then he'll have 10 days off to recover.
Yeah, I don't know the odds on that one, but I got the Ravens as well. Both teams aren't very good, but I'll take the home team. And that brings us to the end of our picks for this week.
Yeah, and that brings us to the end of the show. First time back on Sundays here on YouTube. Well, first time ever Sunday on YouTube. First time live back on Sundays leading into the NFL. Show ran a little bit long with all the talk of the NXT and Wrestledream and NWA. But we will be here every Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, for you to come in and get your pregame on. I think I might have an espresso martini next Sunday.
I'm all for it. Maybe I'll bring us some mimosas.
Yeah, we'll have a little brunches day drink next week while we talk some pro wrestling, what goes on with AEW's women's tag division, and the developments with the WWE World Title. Until next week, for EJ Reed, I'm Chris Rucker. This has been Boot to the Face. See you next time. Peace.